everyone, I hope you all are good and you all are practicing problems. Let us for now get at this one. So, what is said in the question? We have a region of medium, and that region is contained in x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. And the refractive index of media is not constant, rather, it is function of y. Okay, and if you see here carefully, there are certain structures like this drawn. What is this and why it is there? सो सबसे पहले आप ये देखो, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू यूज लॉ ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन और स्नेल्स लॉ, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you trace the light and then you see on which surface light is falling, then you draw the normal. So drawing surface is, I mean, very common practice, and then drawing normal is very common practice if you want to see for reflection and refraction. Then here also, I mean, in the first quadrant certain media is confined, right? And for this media, if light is coming like this or like this, how you will draw the surface? डन है. सो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखो surface आप ऐसे बना सकते हो, ऐसे बना सकते हो. कौन सा बनाना चाहिए? So if you see carefully, I mean, refractive index is function of y. If I take this line, so on this line y coordinate is constant, right? So refractive index is constant. If I take this line, I mean, x coordinate is constant, y coordinate is variable, so refractive index at each point is variable. Done it. So if we take vertical line, this line as the surface, then what will be the problem at this point if you apply Snell's law, and at this point if you apply the Snell's law, its profile will look different, right? Values will look different. And for this horizontal surface, if you apply Snell's law at this point, I mean, if light is falling over here at same angle of incidence, over here at same angle of incidence, let's say, then Snell's law will be the same, right? Same equation aapko milega. So we need to work with this horizontal surface. That is why it is drawn over here. And next, what is said is we have a light that is initially along the x-axis. Okay? And then it is striking the media, and after striking the media, it is going in the arc. So arc will start from here, right? It will go like this. Done it? So center of this arc somewhere should be on this y-axis line. Done it? So its center will be somewhere here, and this value is given as what? Radius. This value is given as what? Radius. Okay? And it is said that this line which is along the x-axis is striking media at right angle. Why right angle? Because देखो x-axis की तरफ है. At this point surface is this one. So normal to the surface is this. Angle is 90 degree. And that is why it is so. Okay? Now what we have to calculate, refractive index of medium varies with y as. So if we know equation of n as a function of y, then we will be clearly answering this graph portion and also this numerical portion where we have to keep the value of n and then we have to see for the value of y. So both, I mean, answering these four things requires one thing, that is writing n as a function of y. So let us do that one. But उससे पहले हम लोग एक छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट को ध्यान में रखते हैं. दिस इज नथिंग बट सिंपल स्नेल्स लॉ, लेकिन थोड़ा सा डीपली ऑब्जर्व करना है हमें केयरफुली. So let's say here angle of incidence is I, angle of emergence is E. This is R1. So by alternate angle, this will be R1. Let's say this is R2. By alternate angle, this will be R2. अब आप Snell's law इस point पे लिखो. You will be writing sin I. Let's say this is N1, this is N2, this is N3, and let's say this is N4. Okay. So N1 sin I is equal to N2 sin R1, right? Now let us write Snell's law at this point. If you write at this point, angle of incidence is R1, angle of refraction is R2. So you can write here N3, that is N3, yes, N3 sin R2 is equal to N2 sin R1. It is this, right? Let us say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now let us write Snell's law at this point. So at this point, if you write, what you will write here? So you will be writing N3 sin R2 and equal to how much? N4 sin E. अब आप एक काम करो, इक्वेशन 1 2 को डिवाइड कर दो. इफ यू डिवाइड इट, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट व्हाट? N1 sin I is equal to N3 sin R2. Right? Now rewrite this thing over here. So that is N4 sin I is equal to N3 sin R2. Now again divide these two. If you divide it, you will be getting N1 sin I is sorry, this is sine E. So n1 sine I is equal to n4 sine E. So what is the observation? Observation is very beautiful and important. और वो ये है कि at this point, if you are writing Snell's law thing just for the incident light direction, and then at this point you are writing Snell's law part for the refracted light, ठीक है? Then you can equate this and this. Done it? Because at this point, complete Snell's law is this. For reflected light, it is this one. At this point, complete Snell's law is this one. For refracted light, it is this, right? So we can equate these two. Done it? Similarly, if we have infinite number of such surfaces, if at one point we are writing things for incident light, at any other point we can write things for refracted light and then equate, right? So similar approach we will be applying here. अब देखो यहाँ पे एक point पे हमारा I known है यहाँ पे, ठीक है? So here angle of incidence is how much? 90. Air का refractive index आप 1 ले लो. Nothing is given in the question, so I will be taking one. It has a center somewhere here, let's say. Let us take another point here. And at this point, this light will have direction, refracted light. Let's talk about this surface. So at this surface, light is coming and then getting refracted. So at this point, first of all, you draw the normal and refracted light has this direction, okay? So if we say, let's say this angle is R, how we can calculate R? So एक काम करो आप यहाँ से ये line ऐसे combine करो. Let's say this angle is theta. Can we relate theta with the R? So angle between this line and this line is theta. Angle between their perpendiculars will also be theta. So this line is perpendicular to the vertical line and this line is perpendicular to this line coming from center striking the curved structure, right? So this angle will be theta. And you can clearly see this is normal to the surface. This whole is 90. So R is equal to 90 minus theta. Okay. Now write things for at this point. So at this point incident light के लिए अगर आप लिखते हो क्या लिखोगे 1 into sin 90. ठीक है, and that can be equated to Snell's law part for the Snell's law thing for the refracted part. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे अगर आप लिखोगे what you will be writing, let's say here refractive index is n, so n into sin 90 minus theta, that will give you how much? N into cos theta. ठीक है, so n is how much? N is 1 by cos theta. Now let's write cos theta in terms of y and whatever constant is given in the question. So let us calculate this theta. ठीक है, this point we are taking as center, so this whole will become what? R, radius. And let us say at the point where this light is entering the media, let us call this point as the origin. ठीक है, so it is at this point. At this point y value is this one. ठीक है, so this is y. Now this will be how much? This will be your R minus y and this is how much? R. So cos theta is how much? If you see cos theta, कौन सा triangle देखना है आपको? This is O. Let's say this is A, this is B. So OAP. Cos theta is equal to how much? R minus Y divided by R. So n is equal to 1 by cos theta. So that will become how much? R by R minus Y. So this is the equation that we have got. So now this is easy, right? अब देखो n क्या है तुम्हारा? N is inversely proportional to 1 by minus of y. Which graph you will go with? दोनों ही curved graph है, right? So if you're getting confused in which one to go for, you can do one check here. I mean, अगर आप graph को ध्यान से देखो, here slope of the graph is continuously decreasing, right? And here slope of the graph is continuously increasing. So आप simple है यहाँ पे slope निकाल लो. So dn by dy if you calculate, you will be writing r is the constant. So d of r minus y to the power minus 1 dr minus y into, मैं बिल्कुल लेमन टर्म में कर रही हूँ so that everyone can understand. So this is this. We can write it like this and this will become how much? Minus 1 by r minus y का square and I mean sorry यहाँ पे dy होगा. ठीक है, डन है, क्योंकि if you're going to cut this two, you are left with dr minus y to the power minus 1 by dy. ठीक है, so this is this and this will be equal to minus 1. Again r was there, right? So minus 1 क्या हो जाएगा? Plus 1. So dn by dy, slope is plus here. r by r minus y का square. अब आप check करो, the moment I mean as y will increase, what will happen? R minus y term will decrease, and if denominator is decreasing, overall this term will increase. So slope will increase with time. और यहाँ पे वो आंसर क्या हो सकता है? Second one. So this is correct. अब तो कुछ करना नहीं ना हमें. इफ रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ मीडियम कैन इंक्रीज अप टू अ वैल्यू ऑफ दिस, देन मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ वाई. अब तो कुछ नहीं करना, हमें वैल्यू पुट करने हैं, सिंपल. सो देखो यहाँ पे एन क्या आया था? आर बाई आर माइनस वाई इज एन. सो वाई का वैल्यू कितना पुट करने को कहा जा रहा है क्वेश्चन में? वी आर आस्क्ड टू पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ एन इक्वल टू 2.5. तो y का वैल्यू हमें चेक करना है. सो n का वैल्यू आप रख लो 2.5, एंड दिस इज r माइनस y. So this will give you how much? इसको आप 10 कर लो. So this is this, and this will become 5r minus 5y is equal to 2r. So this is equal to 3r is equal to 5y. So y is equal to 3r by 5. So let us check for the option. Will it be correct? Yeah, 3r by 5. If refractive index of media increases up to this value, why is this? No. Okay, so we have got the answer. I hope you have understood the question and everything that was involved in here. But if you have doubt anywhere in this question, you can always let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Take care of yourself and keep on practicing more number of questions. Bye bye.